How's it going, Hbar holders? Hope you're all well. Welcome back to another update from me. Now, remember this pump over here? It actually started a few days before the announcement that certain altcoins will be part of a strategic reserve. A couple days went on by, and it later developed into backtracking. They backtracked only Bitcoin in the reserve, and the rest that they mentioned would be in a sovereign wealth fund, but that they will not be accumulating altcoins. The only one they would look to invest in is Bitcoin and not through taxpayers' money. It'd have to, yeah, essentially. So this is like a death sentence for altcoins because, not necessarily, but at least in the immediate short term, because everyone had held that belief, oh my gosh, America is going to bail everyone out and, of course, buy altcoins. And then, of course, now we know that they won't. All that hope being diminished, a lot of people are just going to sell because of that, because they're waiting specifically for that moment that they were going to buy alts. But as they've mentioned that they won't, like I have been warning in my Hbar updates, I called the bottom down over here. 18 to 19 cent I was suggesting needed to hold and give a bounce. But that bounce must not only reclaim 25, 27 cent, but the following area 33, 36 cent as well to flip this bullish once again. And so I maintain my bias that the move up into here is not good enough. It's going to be a lower high. Even on this candle, it was further confirmation. Any bounce back up is just going to confirm this as resistance, and you're going to see it rolling over. Now, if you've been following my videos for over a month or 2 months now, I've been bearish very, very early on, very high up. In fact, when we saw this massive candle, a lot of people were flipping bullish once again, and I was one of the only people on social media, so Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is, to do with crypto. I was one of the only ones suggesting that all coins will go ahead and fill in their wicks, and that's exactly what happened. Then called for the bounce, and that this would maintain as resistance and getting that rollover once again. This is all the opposite of what you want to see. It's been following exactly what I've been warning of, and the opposite of what the bulls and the holders want, because what the holders need to see is when a move back up into this area forms, it can't reject. That's what's happened in the end. So this bearish, in one full sweep, it needs to turn it into support. It's not likely. When you lose a macro support, you're going to turn it into macro resistance. So that's why all the while I've been warning everyone, even if this is recovered, people are going to get excited because they've made some money from down over here. Of course, it was 18, 17, 18, 19 cent, and now it's 27. Wow, incredible. Especially if it got above this 27 cent level and started pumping into 33, 36. Wow, you've doubled your money. But it's still not meaning the chart is actually safe. It's actually, or whether it's changed structure of the trend from bearish back into bullish. No, there has been no changes. This has just been a simple retest of previous support, now's resistance, and rolling over exactly as I predicted. If you want me to teach you this so you can notice these things as early as possible, so you can not only make money but protect money. In fact, guys, by preserving capital, you're going to make money. If you look at it from that angle, especially in these periods, the hope is what's been killing people. The hope, oh, I'm going to hold on because a market-wide bounce is going to come and that's going to sustain and going to get me back to where I was. But the pump will never be good enough because it won't get back what you need. This was not good enough, even though it pumped from the lows to the highs 63%, all temporary euphoria during that week, which is literally like what I've been saying. And then it makes you forget the actual structure of the chart, which is, of course, bearish. So guys, my only glimmer of hope is that Hbar bottoms out here. Now, is this my belief? Absolutely not. I'm just going to show you the path it needs to take to get out of this mess, which it really should have done from here, starting from the 200 EMA, pumping back into 25, 27 cent, flipping that into support and getting up to 33, 36. In fact, that's not good enough. It needs to turn into support. A pump up into there could actually still result in a lower low. You need to understand this. I've showed multiple examples on the Bitcoin chart through my last updates. So that should have happened from this area. It didn't. Now rolling over, looking to see if the bulls will protect it, and failing to do so, we were going to get those new lows and downtrend continuation into 13 and 15 cent. The only bullish path that is possible to invalidate that is a recovery of 27 and then a recovery of 36. Until that moment, just like I've been saying, and suggesting don't get trapped. Like all these influencers keep telling you to buy, do not get trapped. I'm only personally bullish if that 36 cent level is reclaimed. That's me, of course. You do what you want, but me giving you these warnings constantly, if you had been listening, would have preserved capital, right? Because we're not in a market condition to make money, just preserve capital. And in fact, if you didn't preserve capital, you'd have less money. And so by preserving capital, you've actually made money because you maintained it. Because if you didn't maintain it, it'd be even worse. And now you need even more money to get it back, making you much higher likely and inclined to just keep holding altcoins, hoping for that bounce, and then just getting worse off and worse off and worse off. And that's what keeps happening. So until Hbar recovers this, I see no point in any altcoin. But it's obviously not Hbar's job to sort the market out. It's on Bitcoin, and the entire market is bearish under 105k. I've been saying this since January. Since over here, I have been bearish. So you can say that I've called the top, at least as this local one, right? This local top. That's it from me today. If you want to get educated, learn how to do this, spot it as early as possible, just like myself and my Discord community. First of all, jump in the Discord. I'm hosting workshops in there weekly to teach you how to read the charts like me as a group. So group workshops on top of all the exclusive content you find in there, whether it's further videos, further content, ask me anything, my personal thoughts, and what I'm actually doing with my portfolio at the given time. If you want to just learn it one-to-one, check out the mentorship options down below. Cheers.